Hey guys, it's me, Star Wars Brick Studios here with another episode 7 breaking news update. In this episode, I'm going to be discussing our hero Rey and the Big Imax sequence. Once again, all this info comes from makingstarwars.net, and this was published by Jason Ward on March 6, 2015. This upcoming video will have a lot of spoiler alerts. So if you do not want this video to be spoiled for you in any way, please do not watch the rest of the video. So, first off, I thought I'd just let you guys know, if you don't know who Rey is, probably should if you've been watching and stuff, but Rey is the girl who's played by Daisy Ridley, I believe, in the trailer on the speeder bike. So this is sort of about her and Big Imax sequence, which in the trailer, you see her on the Big Imax sequence is when the Millennium Falcon is sort of going up and it's being chased by those TIE fighters. So inside that Millennium Falcon is not who you believe to. So if you want to find out, stay tuned. Alright guys, so when we first meet Rey, she appears to be living a mundane life. She's a scavenger living on a backwater planet. She does what she has to do to survive. Of course, Star Wars The Force Awakens exists to change all that. Somebody has to save the galaxy. In Star Wars The Force Awakens, Rey is introduced while scavenging the innards of a huge star destroyer that has crashed on the planet's surface, probably years before Rey steps into it. In this concept art for this sequence, we see Rey standing at the ledge of certain doom. She's hundreds of feet up in the belly of the beast. You can see TIE fighters on the ground that fell through a hole somewhere and plummeted to the bottom of a chasm during the crash. In the concept art, I would say she seems very agile. It also seems that she takes risks. To be able to do Rey's job, you may even need a serious skill in parkour. Maybe. In the concepts, the star destroyer looks like it's been crashed there for some time. It has some paneling falling apart and the paint is almost rusted inside. The concept art is also shot at angles, meant to introduce a sense of vertigo, which makes Rey seem pretty bad and brave. Rey grabs her salvage and heads back to the salvage station area, in a rather evocative shot. She rides her speeder into the setting sun. She's in her alone. We get the sense that Rey lives a very lonely life. Don't worry, she doesn't eat dinner for long before BB-8 needs rescuing, and she answers his call for help. It makes sense that she tries to sell him shortly after, considering her line of work. But when the deal falls through after some hanging, she reluctantly decides to keep him and perhaps solve her loneliness problem. So right now we have no idea what issue BB-8 is in or how she rescues him. We just know BB-8 is rescued by Rey and she tries to sell him, but the deal falls through, and yeah. When she first meets Finn at the salvage station, she distrusts him, but he's able to talk her into starting to trust him. It seems to be his skill. When the stormtroopers attack them, they're thrown together to survive the ordeal. Finn, of course, is played by John Boyega, and he is the stormtrooper we see at the beginning of the teaser trailer. I like the sound of Rey's introduction to the film. There's an implied sadness to it, but it's not pathetic. She's independent but lonely. Her situation is relatable and admirable while including a certain sense of empathy for her humanity. Later on in the film, after Rey and Finn take their flight in the Falcon, is where we get the Imax sequence. So we have no idea once again here how Rey and Finn get into the Falcon, or if they're with Han and Chewie, but we just know that they're in the Falcon. The Falcon is chased by TIE fighters, and we apparently move by some familiar landmarks in the film's One Sun desert setting. This is a big chasm, an action sequence which dominates the film's first act. TIEs are in hot pursuit of the Falcon as it rockets away from the salvage station. Rey and BB-8 pilot the ship. Finn gets on the Falcon's turret. There's a lot of banter between the two, and to the extent they don't seem really to know what they're doing. Most of all, Finn is rather inept. As TIEs shoot at the Falcon, Rey has to ask Finn if he plans on answering back. It's a situation he can't talk himself out of, and he has figured out how to use a turret and actually hit one. To save their skin, Rey pilots them into the inside of the giant crashed Star Destroyer. She was scavenging from her during the introduction sequence. The Falcon and the TIEs slalom around the debris and the inside of the downed ship, eventually losing their pursuers. Presumably, they give them a moment to catch her breath. The Imax sequence ends, and then the Falcon end up being swallowed by another huge ship in space. Monomyth fans are going to have a fun time with those belly of the whale analogies. Here's the Imax sequence is going to seriously rocket as the flight of the Falcon being chased by TIE fighters into the Star Destroyer wreckage. That might explain why the Abu Dhabi helicopter pilots had so much work on this production. I wish it was December already. More and more this is sounding like it's feeling like Star Wars. Yeah guys, so thanks so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. I'm very happy with my first video result. This is one of the best I've ever done. I think up to today, close to 1,700 views, and I'm doing great. This is just my startup channel, and please let me know down in the comments if you like this new format I'm using. It's hopefully gonna look a bit better. So yeah, we'll see you guys next time on Star Wars Brick Studios.